Hello and welcome to Train Sim TV. AP released the Valenta pack on the Thursday afternoon, so it was the 8th, I think it was. Wow, what a pack. And I got the video out a bit sooner, but just been so busy, and I've sort of been enjoying the pack, just sort of getting into it. Obviously time has come to get the video done. So we're gonna have a little drive on a scenario from Mr. Dreamliner today. It was one I should have done on the stream last night, but I run out of time, unfortunately. I'm holding it for the video. So it's a run on the Midland Main Line enhancement route from St Pancras through to Bedford, and we're just gonna sort of just enjoy it really. We'll talk about it and just go through some of the bits and pieces. We've got a Midland Main Line teal and blue livery with a set of the newer Midland Main Line liveried coaches. Bit of a cloudy, murky setting for this one. It might brighten up, who knows. So, first things when you're entering the cab. One of the things that I noticed right away is it's on the audio. You can sort of hear a bit of a hissing in the air. That changes when you get setting bits and pieces up. So if you put the key in and go to neutral or reverse, so I say, that air hissing goes. I think it's quite a nice little touch. I do like that. Right, so before we get going, what we're doing. We are stopping at Luton and Bedford on this one, so I'm going to open the doors. We don't actually seem to have a NRN, which is not useful. But I'm going to have to where's my NRN document? I used it actually the other day. It should be somewhere at hand. It never is. I can find it though. Right, so here we go. NRN document tells you where codes are. So 066, that tells me. Right, doors are open. We haven't got long. We're going to get the headlights on. Now I'm just going to come out here and just double check that we have the right. I don't think you can put both headlights on this version. Or no. Chirpy bell or buzzer. Right, so you can change your horn factors. There's 6 of them, so got high and I'll say high. High soft and low soft. It's got on the horn. Quite cool. Texturing wise, it's really nice in here as well. It's got some nice detail and little stuff going on. I particularly like the brushes and the controls. It's got some really nice detail going in there. Now you won't be waiting, obviously. If you put your power on now, you might not want to go, but sometimes it does. It'll usually tell you if you can't go because there'll be a general fault button up here. Go red down here. don't think I'll ever get bored of listening to this. It truly is. I personally think it's one of the best sounding packs that AP's done. It just hits all the notes. It hits in the right place. It's very impressive. It's been a long time coming, this pack. Absolutely fantastic. Now, as much as I love the pack, it hasn't gone without any issues. There is a couple of niggles that I have found, and I'm not the only one that's found them. A couple of bits and pieces. I drove a scenario last night with the buffered set, and there was a big massive gap underneath under the nose where the buffer was. You can literally see where it was basically missing the geometry on the inside. It just looked like there was a big hole. Open the doors, there's a glass panel that still stays in place when the doors open. Just a couple of things there. And then Grand Central livery that I drove on the scenario, there's no Grand Central logo, but the text is there. So it looks like it's just missing the actual logo itself. I mean, these are issues that I'm expected to be seeing like fixed, and issues happen, things get missed. No one's perfect. Nothing ever goes out perfect in this world, so I'm quite forgiving. Thankfully, I can't see a hole in the cab, so it's not so bad. Now, the pack itself is £29.99. However, if you do own the MTU, which came out at the back end of last year, you get it for £24.99, which is the price I got it for. So that's not bad. I give that a thumbs up. I think it. I think it's 30 is worth what you get. £29.99 is even better. £24.99. Sorry, is a steal in my eyes. I'd definitely say it's resource intensive pack. I do notice it sort of chugging a little bit more compared to some other packs, but it's expected. Thinking along with this route, because this route does chug a little bit. we might see a little bit of tanking here and there for a bit until we get away from London. So included, and first I'm just going to list on what's on the website. So included stuff is there's 27 liveries, there's many variants within them. So each livery will have its own extra bits of quirkiness. We'll go through that in a second. But there's numerous external variations to simulate all liveries and formations accurately. Two cab variants, which is a standard and an ATP cab. You get passenger views, which is a saloon and heads out. So, for example, heads out, and in your saloon. One thing to note with the saloon stuff, there's a lot of detail going on. Like you've got there's loads of different maquettes going on. You got all the different headrests. They've got all these different logos on the cloth and stuff, which I think is a nice touch. They just add a little bit extra. And we get the Bing Bong. It's been a long time since I've heard that Bing Bong. Excellent. And of course, for you that like to heads out behind the locomotive, you can do that as well. You get detailed internal and external audio, as what you're hearing now, which I think you'll agree is absolutely superb, top draw. Accurate acceleration and braking physics, definitely. You definitely know the braking is definitely one to note. It takes a little bit of getting used to try and sort of getting your timings right, because I've had it where I've like thought, oh my god, and I've like locked the brakes on, and it's like I waste like sort of stop short. Yeah, sure. Sorry, it's actually quite early in the morning. I've just woke up. I thought I'd get the video in. I was going to do it at night after the stream, but I got tired, so I thought I'd do it in the morning. I've just dropped my other half off at work, so I thought, well, I'll rather go back to bed and get the video done now. But yeah, the braking is one of them ones that it does take a bit of getting used to. But the acceleration side of things is definitely one to know as well. It's quite nice. You do feel it. It comes with NRN. There's no GSMR because this is pre-GSMR time. You've got automatic train protection, which is ATP, which is on the Great Western stuff, like the Western Region stuff. Panel, where you open out and put details in. You'll see that in the MTU pack. Wheel slip protection. Some of the snows are slippy, so if you know autumn, you really do get some good slip. There's one that sets off out of Sheffield, AP included, and goes to Leicester, I think it is. That thing slips like mad coming out of Sheffield. It's really quite impressive to watch it. It just keeps taking the power, dropping the power, taking the power on and off constantly for ages. Pretty based listening to it, but then obviously you knock your power back and it sorts it out. So it's really cool. Cold start comes with a comprehensive cold start, which will have a little nosy over in the manual. You get 6 scenarios in this pack, which cover, I think there's 2 for DTG to cover Peterborough London route. There's 2 for JT Midland Main Line, covering various aspects of the route. To do check on that. And then South West Expressways to Reading as well. There's much more. Much more. So your liveries on this pack, you get BR Intercity 125, which is obviously the blue livery. It comes with Eastern Region and Western Region. You've got Intercity Executive Eastern and Western. Intercity Executive with yellow front. Intercity Swallow with a yellow roof. Intercity Swallow with small side numbers in Eastern and Western Region. You get the number of Intercity Swallow revised number positions. You've got Eastern Region power cars early 90s, ATP fitted power cars in early 90s, cross country power cars in the early 90s, Eastern Region power cars in the mid 90s, ATP fitted power cars in the mid 90s, and also the cross country power cars in the mid 90s. Intercity Swallow 43038 is also included. That has a bit of a difference. So it's got like a yellow front and it's got a white roof around over the cab. We head into Great Western Trains. So we've got Great Western Trains and the Great Western green livery as well, the orange stripe down the side. First Great Western white. First Great Western teardrop, which I don't think I've ever seen that livery before. It's a weird one. It's got a white outline. Yeah. I've never seen that. You got First Great Western Barbie. You have GNER with a white logo, original light cluster and a revised light cluster. Also in the GNER stuff you do get 43039, which these ones come with some extra bits and pieces on the side. So they're treated as nameplates, but the nameplates are decals. So there's a few different ones. You've got 051 as well, 43099, 43116 and 120. GNER with buffers. Ex-GNER National Express East Coast. National Express East Coast. Virgin Trains Cross City. Cross Country, sorry, not Cross City. Standard Virgin Trains. Cross Country version has the buffers, by the way. You get Grand Central. Midland Main Line with the original light clusters, revised light clusters on that. Midland Main Line Blue, which comes with Midland Main Line logo, Midland Main Line logo rear powered cars without logo and with East Midlands Trains logos. You get East Midlands Trains. You get a variation of the network rail with luggage van windows, plated over luggage van windows and revised light clusters. You also get Network Rail 2, which is Network Rail logo, and Network Rail Portable and Hitachi logos. You get Cotswold Rail, which is 43070, Hornby, which is 43087, and that is your liveries. External variations, there's all sorts of this. This bit is pretty beefy. So, normally I'm one to moan about not having 3D nameplates in the pack, but on this instance, I don't think I'm going to be so sort of like hard-faced about it. It comes with over 300 different nameplates. That also includes like the decals as well. So yeah, quite an impressive amount. So we have 300 2D nameplates featured. Lots. Cooler groups, you can change your cooler groups. However, if you actually put the correct number in your scenario, it will actually find what you want. You can overwrite that whatever you want, but it's to be really sort of adventurous. Cooler groups are Marston GNER modifications, Burt, Voith, and Rush. In the late 1980s, to 8 power cars, there were buffers fitted, allowing them to act as DVTs for Class 91 due to the delay in the Mark III coaches. You do actually see an instance of that in one of the scenarios that AP included on the East Coast Main Line route. You do actually see the DVT powered cars as they are, which is quite a nice touch. A number of various light clusters have been included on this, so you get original black markers and tail casing, original grey marker and tail casing, original LED markers and tail lights, the Midland Main Line 3 lights, and modern. That's on the light cluster side of things. On the original light cluster surround variation, you get silver, yellow, black, Great Western Trains green, First Great Western purple. You can also customise the luggage van windows. You can have a selection of 3 on there. So that is the window on the guard door. So you can have original, which is what we've got. Sorry, I say 3. There's 2. An opening window has been removed, so it's basically one piece of glass with the rubber surround on it. I was looking at the guard windows in that. That's what I thought I was looking at. But on this one, it doesn't actually have it on there. Does it have it on the rear? No. We can't show that, but it has rear guard windows. You can turn them on or off depending on what you have or what the number defines. Different horn grills are included as well. You can actually customise the horn grills, so you can change in that what you want. You can have black, yellow, or silver. You can choose to have the aerial as well above the cab on the roof. There's a camera for the new measurement train. Cooler Group grill. In the 1980s, Eastern Region Power Cars had a section of their Cooler Group grill removed to provide easy access to the cooler refilling point. This never became a region-wide modification, however, but it's remained on relevant power cars ever since. A cool feature I've not yet seen, right, is there's a 1 in 10 chance of a power car having a visible oil leak, in the oil breather on the roof. Don't think. Oh, right, here we go. It's there, look. That's a random thing that appears, 1 in 10. One on one side there, is that on the rear? Nope, just on the front one. That's nice. It's the first time I've seen that. To supplement the 43s, you get a wide variety of Mark 3s to go with match with to make the full rake. You get trailer firsts, trailer guard standards, trailer restaurant first buffet, trailer restaurant unclassified buffet, trailer restaurant first kitchen, trailer lounge unclassified kitchen, trailer restaurant unclassified kitchen, trailer restaurant first buffet, trailer restaurant first buffet, again in various, some of these are the same, but they're I'm just going to read them because there is some differences on them. Trailer restaurant standard buffet, trailer standard disabled for GNR, trailer standard disabled for Great Western, you get standard cab and a Great Western ATP cab. So on the standard cab, it's a variant used on non-Great Western region power cars. DRA, TPWS, power card numbers, driver's seat, leather or clock analog or digital, vigilance, isolation, and fire bottle pressure lights appear depending on the era and the delivery that you're running. Great Western's ATP. Great Western region power cars fitted with automatic train protection, which is ATP, DRA, TPWS, and driver seat leather or cloth. Again, appears dependent on the era of delivery you've gone for. There's a guide in the manual. I'm not going to go through all that because it's quite a big. It points out what everything is. It's all annotated with numbers. It's worth looking. Isolation switch for the that's for the vigilance there. That works. I'm gonna put the vigilance on just for a minute, actually, to be fair. But I quite like it. When what happens is if you don't press anything, obviously you get the alerter. But if you leave it, air builds up. You hear the air getting ready to like lock on. I was just approaching Luton as well. How are you finding it so far? You're liking the sounds? You're liking the features? Let us know in the comments below. Get that conversation flowing. There you are, here they are then building up. We need to stop on that arrow as best as possible. You know what I mean with the brakes, you can end up putting too much on. And then coming in really slow like I just did. It takes some getting used to. The manual has a key binding page as well, just so you know. There's a section about the physics and RPMs and all that stuff. If you like the technical detail side of things, tractive effort, the variable performance is there. One engine only. Operation, traction, motor isolation and tapping out. Hot water temperature. There's loads of stuff. Also protection, adhesion, seasons, it reacts to in tunnels. There's stuff to do with the brake and air system. I'm not going to read all that out because it just be like reading a book. You really need to sit there and have a read yourself, to be honest. Got the technology for the grading, so it used to not take effect on gradients below 1 and 185, I think it was. That's all covered. ATP is covered in the manual, so it talks you through that. I can't really demonstrate because we're not on an ATP cab. But it talks you how to do all that. NRN, we've got that, so you've seen that. We did that at the beginning. So that's all included. It's pretty standard stuff, that, really. One thing I do like is the general fault stuff. So there's a few things that the fault light can come on for. So if you have the brakes test, which in test, we come to take power, it should light up. There you go. Brake pipe pressure, if it's fallen below 3.4 bar, traction power will only return when the pipe pressure rises above 4.3 bar. So below, if I put over, there we go. Main reservoir pipe has fallen between below 4.2 bar. Traction will only return once the brake pipe rises above 5.72 bar. And applying power too soon after taking the power off. So if you literally open it up, then ripped it back down to off, and then went to go and take power again, probably wouldn't have. It will give you a fault light. I think it's quite cool. It also notices the if the fault condition rectifies itself, you must return your power handle to off by powering again. The only exception to the above is in the case of the high water temperature trip. If that occurs, the general fault light will illuminate regardless of the power handle position, and power will automatically return without having to power off. Return without having to move the power handle to off if the coolant temperature falls sufficiently. Some details in there about headlights and what headlights should have, so do give that a read as well. I won't mention about the design effect because you've just seen the flag. You can tweak that though with flag factor. Got an exhaust cam. Right, listen to the thrash. Electric train supply is included, so if you turn the ETS on the rear power car, the engine revs up to 1000 RPM, which is notch 2. That should always be done on the rear. You get driver vigilance, which we have on now. It comes with a dead variant as well. If you in your scenario, so you can put the tail lamp at the end of that as well with the little code stuff you put in at the end of the number string. There's a rather in-depth 25-step cold start in the manual, which if you're doing a cold start, you might want to take a read of that. Make sure you do it in the right order. There's a section about all the audio and that, I'm not going to read all that because they're going to get quite technical. Single bank firing is included though. You can actually set up in the scenario. I've not done anything with it yet. I've not even heard any, as far as I'm aware. Tells you about it in there. It was in the early 2000s where single bank firing was fitted to some Valenta power cars, which were only half engine cylinders for firing. Research suggested that these were first Great Western GNR network rail examples. There's a bit more detail in there though. There's a huge section about cooler groups. If you like that sort of information, do give that a listen. Oh, just realised I was shifting there. Oh, I've lost where I am now. I've lost literally where I was. Oh, it's there. But it says something. Oh, what's it say here? Depending on the condition of the fan bearing, both master and circuit coolers could vary in volume quite considerably. Enter a new X factor fan factor to represent the variation. Fan factor is allocated to each power card that range from 1 to 6. Shift and F. Oh wow, you know what I was in. I didn't know I had fan factor. That's new. Cool. So control and shift F. So shift F and then pause to bring it back. I've learned something there. Loads of details on brakes and compressors and horn variants that we know about. Horn factor 1 was recorded at Old Oak Common. 2 and 3 were Great Central Railway at Nottingham. 4 was at the Cullen Valley Railway, and 5 and 6 were from Midland Railway Centre. AI horn factor stuff, there's a whole thing in there as well. Pleasure to do that. Dead easy. Traction motors, you can have motor factor. Stuff to do with the cabin there as well. There's a load of bits and bobs. Quite a lengthy section. The Mark III's feature advanced slam door functionality where the doors open and shut on their own. DDL, central door locking, obviously is a thing in there. You've got coach letters, it's table lamps on your coaches, you can see them visible at night. Air suspension valve. Mark III's have distinctive air suspension, so you hear that sort of like whining when they get going. Crack wine. Something to do with rail grind stuff. Flushing toilets. We'll find them. Oh, I missed a dealie. Forgot that was on. I'm going to turn that off alright. We are going to come to a stop though, I think. I think we might actually come to a stop, unfortunately. Well, the brakes are coming off, so we might be right actually. It's recovered itself. But it's not a complete stop. But yeah, toilet flushing is a thing, so you'll see that on the MTU part where every so often you'll get a bit of spray coming out near the wheels when someone's flushed the loo. Loads of passenger view variants, so you've got different maquettes, got the Orient City 125, Intercity Executive, Intercity Swallow variants, Great Western trains, the first Great Western, GNER and GNER NXEC, VT, there's a TRFB livery variation inside, TRSB for Virgin trains, Midland Main Line, Midland Main Line Blue, Midland Main Line Blue Rio, Grand Central. There's a cab setup guide. There's a driver's guide. If you've never driven a HST before, you might want to learn how to drive one. Tells you how to set it up in the scenario. There's loads of stuff in there. If you like you're doing your scenario creation, give that a read because there's a lot of information in there that you'll want to digest. Tells you how to do all the different like tweaks and bypasses and stuff. Adding extra bits and bobs, taking stuff off. And it tells you about the scenarios. My vigilance back on now, so we're back in the cab. That's pretty much it for the manual really, and credits at the end is 125 Group, Midland Railway Centre, 125 Heritage, East Midlands Trains, First Great Western, all in assistance of sound recording. Also, James Ivel for roof vents on the Mark 3s. Not turned out so dull this summer actually, then, is it? We sort of keep dipping in and out of the sun. Uh, 10 miles out of Bedford, but not that far at all, really. I honestly do urge any HST fans to go and pick this pack up, because it really is one that hits the spot and it just does it right. I haven't enjoyed a sound pack, like a set of sound on a pack from AP in such a long time. Literally, I feel like with like since the 37s, like this could be one of the best packs. When I took the first drive out of Leicester, I ran the scenario offline, streamed it on Track Simulations Discord to OTS lot, and oh my god, that first, it's just spine tingling. It put goosebumps on me. It just sounded amazing. I mean, I watched a bit of the trailer. I skimmed through it because I didn't watch the whole thing, because I wanted to sort of like just get a little taste of what to expect, and then I thought, right, I'll leave it there and I'll get to experience it myself. I mean, it sounded great on the video, but oh my god, when I got it on my own headset up and yeah, just yeah. I think I've done one. It's my 4th scenario now I've done on it. We're doing a Western Region one hopefully on Monday, on the Monday stream. Mark's put me a scenario together. It's currently in testing, which it looks really good. Got a number of reversals and stuff as well, and cold starts. Oil. The beast. Arm it. I want to see where I can get a screenshot. Only the OH leads in the way there. Options there. Since I've got a thumbnail image up. We've really eaten through the miles on this route, Christ. That's what happens when you're reading stuff out. You get there before you know it. I know we've only had one stoplight, but it was quite a quick run, man. Yeah, the thoughts are that the bits and pieces that are a little bit on the broken side of it. There's the one with the door lock. You can see the glass pane. If you look in the doorway, you can see the glass panel still in place. You can't see it inside the cab. one that needs fixing, I think. No doubt it probably will get fixed. It's my one. The other one is with the buffer variations under the just showed actually on that NMT. Under here, weird texture going in there. Hole, basically there's a hole there you can actually see out of it. We find one with a buffer before we get to the end. I'll show you. Looking forward to the next Class 66 pack. That hopefully will be next. It's about time we got that. Really, we were going to get that before this. Then it overtook it. Green shot to finish that. I don't think we've got a buffer on it. No, we haven't. We probably won't see a buffered one now, knowing my luck. We are approaching Bedford anyway now, so journey's end. I hope you enjoyed this look at the video and just having a look at the pack itself. No doubt you've probably seen it elsewhere anyway, and seen it streamed anyway. Just the videos out there just for people that haven't seen it. My thoughts are, yeah, top. I'm going to give it a strong 9 out of 10. The little bits of issues like the hole and that sort of lose a mark for me, because them things should have been checked really and made sure there was nothing like that wrong. Nobody's perfect at the end of the day, and stuff like that though, it should be checked and tested. That's a bit of freight on this actually, there's been lifting a few. Well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Hit your notification bell for future videos, and catch us on Twitch on a Monday and Friday generally. Usual train sim action. Any feedback, comments, put them in the chat below. What are your thoughts? You know what I mean? Again, these brakes, you need to watch what you do with the brakes, because you end up coming too slow. But no, great fun, enjoyable pack, top stuff. Let's see more like this coming in the future, because this is something else. I am looking forward to the 66 though. I'm hoping that is something special. Hopefully it isn't too far around the corner either. Hopefully it's not another 3 or 4 months away. Until next time folks, thanks for watching. Take it all very easy and enjoy. Bye for now.